A call for action being made by pastors from across Northeast Ohio tonight in response to our exclusive and lengthy investigation into the city of Cleveland's water department. On your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan joins us live tonight. And Ron, one of Cleveland's most respected pastors is calling for hearings on what you've uncovered.
Well, that's right. Dr. Larry Macon Sr. is president of United Pastors in Mission. And he's alarmed at what's happening to water customers in 70 communities served by Cleveland Water. That's Odessa Parks and her late husband being honored by Mayor Frank Jackson on their 50th wedding anniversary. 2 years later, the mayor's water department filed a water tax lien on the home they own.
Yes, they'll have to take the house. I can't come up with no more than $10,000 because, you know, that's the bad part about it, because you're paying taxes.
She's among nearly 9,000 who are targets of the Cleveland Water Department in just the last 3 years. Tax bills for water many, like Odessa Parks, say they didn't even use. Our year-long investigation is now raising serious concerns among one of Cleveland's most respected religious leaders.
Many are sick, disabled, elderly, and now they are fearful of losing their homes. Your reaction?
Well, first of all, my prayers go out for those folk, and I'm extremely saddened by those folk, and also being a leader in the religious community and among clergy. We're very upset also about what we have recently heard. These are also not only the community, but these are also members of our churches.
Reverend Dr. Larry Macon is pastor of Mount Zion Church and president of United Pastors in Mission, comprised of more than 40 area churches. And he's calling for immediate action.
There ought to be a moratorium set for these folk as well. I think for at least 1 year to 3 years, there ought to be a pause where you're starting to review what is going on with these families. How can we help them?
Our investigation has also documented rude and unprofessional treatment of water customers.
When they go down to talk about their bills, when they call in, if there's no courtesy, then somebody needs to be released from their positions.
And you would call for that?
Oh, I would call for that. I will ask pastors to begin talking to their congregants and to begin having hearings. I mean, when you have these kinds of issues and problems, you call for hearings.
We've also found many customers complain they've never been told of their right to dispute bills in a water board review hearing.
This again is extremely sad, but I'm glad that we have news channels and news reporters who are courageous enough to take on these kinds of challenges and stories. We need to hear their stories. We cannot champion their causes until we hear their stories.
Well, Dr. Macon is also calling for changes in state law that allows disputed water bills to be placed as tax liens on customers' homes. The Water Department so far has not responded. I'm Chief Investigator Ron Regan.